Hi guys, good morning, and welcome to Fun and Food Gardeners. One more time, we are doing something here, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit. So myself and Well Power, we've been trying to change the face of our garden so we can be able to produce vegetables all year round, without regard to the season, like during winter and during summer. If you look in here, you will see that we already have greenhouses. You can see the greenhouse to the distance right there. You can also see another greenhouse right there. See that? So we actually have two. That one is 15 by 7, and this one is 12. Is that 10? I think that's 10 by 7. Those are good. The 15 by 7, I think we got them for like $180. This one, I think we got for like $120 or something like that. They are good, but they are only good actually during the summer or maybe during the fall, but they're not good for the winter. We learned the hard way 2 years ago when we when we moved some of our stuff in there, believing that they were going to hold in December. They died within the first week. Like most of the things actually just kind of died within the first week, sadly enough. And so because we really want to get something here that can preserve some of our vegetables during the winter months, we decided to get the Palram. They call it Palram Canopia Hybrid. We got it from Walmart. We tried to get it from Amazon. Amazon took like 1 month to the saying that they were going to deliver. They never. But after 1 month, they basically sent us a message. Sorry, we were not able to deliver. Your product may have been lost. Call us for a refund. We did. They gave us a refund. They generously also gave us a $30 in a store credit. So to compensate for the $500 we gave them for 1 month. I believe it was $520 or something like that. So we went to Walmart and we're lucky to get this. We got this at a discount actually. I think we got this for like $430. And then it was delivered here like within 4 days. Amazing, right? Amazon couldn't deliver this for a month. Walmart delivered it in 4 days. And here we are. We started working on this about a week ago, an hour or 2 hours. Yesterday we put in about 6 hours in here, and this is how it is turning up. Again, the name is Palram Canopia Hybrid. This is a 6'8" polycarbonate screened greenhouse that you can use from January through December, and it will be able to protect your plants. So if you guys look in here, some of our stuff, especially the stuff in the containers, our lemongrasses, our ginger, some of the Nigerian stuff, some of the stuff we have, most of the stuff really, that as much as we can be able to put in, some of the things on the containers, we just move them in here. But more importantly, we can be able to start our seeding in January. That is the most important part, so we can be able to start our seeding in January. Hold it. So that is the most important part. You focus it on me what I mean there, so I can explain something. So the most important part is being able to start some of our seeding in January. And I'm really excited about this project. It's taking so much of my time, taking a lot of our time. The problem is you have this manual that comes with it. You have this manual that comes with it. The manual is good to the extent that it names some of the parts, so you can see stuff like this. Something that at least will kind of give you an idea where you're going, but it doesn't really give you everything that you need to know. And so we made a lot of initial mistakes coming up, especially, you know, the base. How do you set up the base? Where do you put this thing on? Do you put it on the ground? Do you put it on the concrete? All those stuff. None of them came with this manual. You have to figure it out yourself. So I was going to do it outside. I was going to tear up one of the plastic greenhouses we have and put it in there. At some point, I'm like, okay, no, let me do it here because it's right next to an electrical outlet. So we can put in the heater in here during the winter months. Whenever the temperature drops below 30, we put in our heater in here and we can still be able to continue picking some vegetables. And so, I mean, I already had this concrete at my backyard, so it was a very good choice. Problem is, it's not even. I cannot get a level here without redoing the whole place. I'm not going to do that. I'll just do it like this. We kind of patch it up as we go, but so far so good. We've been able to get all this running. This is strong enough. The problem again is, how do you get this secured on the concrete? And so we got a hammer drill. You have to get a hammer drill if you're going to put it on the concrete. But that's probably the best place for you to do it, concrete. So we got the hammer drill. We were able to drill here. The hammer drill messed up about 7 drill bits before we could be able to get this in here. And then after the hammer drill, we had to go and get something they call the wedge anchor. The wedge anchor doesn't come with this. The package doesn't come with a wedge anchor. So we had to get the wedge anchor ourselves. I went to Lowe's and got a box, a small box of wedge anchor. I think I paid like $12. You have to, let me show you. So you have to do a couple of drilling for you to get the wedge, for you to get this thing secured. You can see it comes with holes in there. You can see that, right? It comes with holes. So we have to do all this drilling. Look at that. And I actually checked on YouTube anywhere. There is nothing anywhere explaining this stuff. I kind of went through everywhere. I couldn't find anything. So we have to do drilling in here. I was able to kind of start the forward end of it on the platform. This is kind of like a joint for my concrete. There is something like a wood in there. Bear in mind that this concrete has been here for forever. I don't know, maybe I've lived in this house for 12 years. And the house was built in 1980 something. So it's possible that this thing has been there. But I was able to kind of start this in here. See, locked it in place up there. Then I drilled in this. These are all my drills. I was able to do all this drilling, and I've secured the thing. It is solid, it is strong. I can see this is staying here forever. Look at that. So this is the most important part of the job, being able to get this secured. And then after that, you now have to do the pattern. Look at, let me show you what they did. In the box, you can see this. They have some of the parts, a good number of them. Most of them actually, they have them labeled. So you can be able to figure that out. But when you get them, you have to do all this joining. There is this plastic thing that you start from the ground up. This might actually help a bunch of people that want to do this, because once you get this part, the base set up, we see there's a plastic that connects the ends. All the ends are connected with plastics. And then in the front, this is supposed to be the door. This is the door edge. In the front, you have this plastic too. The same this plastic comes like 1, 2, 3. There are 4 of these, and these are the things that join the base and then also hook it up. But the problem with this plastic, especially for the door end, is that it doesn't hold the thing as you go up. So the danger is that it might pull, and I was able to get a washer I put a washer in here, and I put another forward washer on the other side, and I was able to make this stronger for the door. And so now we have come to this level. You know, look at this. This took us about a good 1 hour to figure out yesterday. Maybe because this place is not level, or maybe because the manufacturing was a little awkward, but we were able to figure this out yesterday at this 976 part level, how to put this in here, and then how to be able to lock it up in place. This apparently is probably the second most important part, because once you're able to figure this out and get to this level, you actually have the house going. Because right now I was able to feel comfortable enough to grab my camera after we got these levels all done. The next thing we're going to do is to move it up and then put the roof in. And once we get the roof in, we're also going to do a finishing up video and show you guys how we were able to have a good greenhouse in here, you know, that will let us do a lot of production. I must tell you that without having a second person to work on this, it is going to be a very difficult task. It might take you really months, you know, to do. Unless you're a professional, like, you know, unless you like someone who has done stuff like this before. I essentially started this, you know, this is actually my first time of touching anything like this. The plastic ones that we've been bringing before, which I showed you guys earlier, those ones are so easy to put. That can take you like an hour to put it in there. Like that one, an hour. That's all it took to put it in there. But this, we have spent a week on this already. And we have everything. We have all our tools. We have our drills. This is the drill that I use in tightening the screws. Then I also have the hammer drill, you know, which I use in you know, putting this thing in the concrete. But we have it going. It's running up right now. By the time we finish this up, we will do the second video. And oh yeah, let me show you. See where I started the base. My concrete has this joint right here, and so I was able to securely start the base just from that joint. There's a little wood. See this wood? There's some kind of wood that they put in to separate the first concrete and the second concrete before they run it down. I started it there, and that's where I have this. For those ones I don't need to drill anything, I basically put in screws. So we use big screws to lock that in. Actually, this one I haven't found a screw that will fit it, so I use one of my anchors for the plastic greenhouses. Yeah, these anchors for the plastic greenhouse, but everywhere else is all screws. Some of the screws, even with 7 drill concrete drill bits, I was still not able to drive the drills into this concrete, because they made, I don't know whether they made this concrete with stone or something. You know, but we were able to put them in, you know, strong enough to be able to secure the platform. And here we are. So we just finished putting this thing in. I guess the next thing for us to do is to start sending it up. As we start doing that, we will, once we complete the building, we'll record it again. We are going to post a link. We might find a way to put in some of the put in like the step-by-step you know, description of what we did to be able to get to where we are. But before that time, we have this big work to do. So thank you guys, and stay tuned. And but this is really the real deal. If you're looking for something to put at the back of your house that will let you grow vegetables all year round, let you start some seed early, here's what you get. And you can't wait. If you wait through, let's say, if you wait to September, October, this thing goes up to $700 and $800. But if you buy them the way we do, we buy them in, I believe I bought this in July, maybe, or June. No, I think it was in July, or end of June, and it came in July. We just keep them and then slowly put them in. But you won't be able to do this in the cold, because you're not going to, even if you're a professional, you cannot finish this in 6 hours. Just because of everything comes in tiny little bits, and you have these nuts, screws that, more than 200 of them, that you just keep slowly putting in, and for you to get this to where we have it now. Yeah, so we'll complete this and put up a full video once we're done, and we'll still have some of the parts, see how they come in, tiny little parts, tiny little parts, and then but here's what it is: the Palram Canopia greenhouse. All right, thank you guys, bye. Hello guys, good afternoon, and one more time, welcome to Fun and Food Gardeners. So here we are. I've completed the greenhouse, the Palram greenhouse, and I've actually stocked most of the things that we're gonna put in there this year. We already stocked them in there. The greenhouse is a delight. It's a delight. The only problem I have is that it's 8 feet by 10 feet. It took me a good 2 weeks to build. It's a big nutcracker. It took me so much confusion. I mean, the manual is really not bad if you can understand some of the drawings, because they kind of, most of the, at least 90% of the parts were labeled, so you can easily follow that and won't go wrong. I think it's about only 10% of the instructions, maybe about 5% of the instructions, that I will probably quarrel with in terms of it not being direct. And then some of the parts, like some things that you run into, you wouldn't even know that you're going to run into. Let's say the stuff you're looking at right here. At some point, I will be looking at this stuff without really knowing where it's going to go to. You wouldn't know until you get into that. So one thing I would recommend is, before you even start doing this, take like a good 1 hour to study the manual against the parts. You sort out the parts and then you study the manual. After studying the manual, that will probably give you an idea where you're going, because we kind of didn't do that. We kind of started. I guess my thing was, I bought this thing, kept it here for almost a month, and because it was here for a month, I was a little anxious to start building it, so that if the parts are not complete or anything, or if I have to return it, I'll be able to return it within the returnable period. I mean, I didn't want $600 to be sitting right here, and then I wouldn't have anything to do with it, or wouldn't know what to do with it. And plus, again, if you look at the building, it's so massive. I mean, 8 by 10. Look at the height and everything. But this thing came in a small container. You wouldn't even think that, the container could contain anything that could produce half of this stuff right here. So that apprehension made me to kind of jump straight into this stuff to try to see what I can do. And we ended up, having something that is really beautiful, really beautiful. I put it very close. You can see it's very close to the house, so I don't have, because I mean this is going to be my main winter stuff, so I don't have to be walking around, don't have to get into the garden before I get some of my vegetables, or if I want to put some heat in there, because I mean anytime the temperature comes close to 30, I'll definitely have some heater running in here, so I put it very close to an outlet, so we just set it in. I have already moved in a couple, maybe about 10 plants. Let me show you. So it actually has girders. Look at that, see that? Comes with girders. The roof is really, these are polycarbonates, you know, they are virtually unbreakable. Even if you throw a rock or whatever in here, you probably get you are not going to make any dent. We'll see how it handles during snow, but if you look up there, you're gonna see a big line, a big massive steel. We had to drill through this. That, by the way, you can't do this if you don't have a drill, because some of the structures, the steel structures, have to be connected through a drill. You have to put the drill yourself. It didn't come pre-drilled, so you have to do the drilling yourself. That's a window right there. See the window? That's the window right there. It opens from inside, and this is the door. The door actually comes with a handle, and there's a lock if you want to lock it. There's a lock right here. If you put it in here, it's gonna lock. See that? So I'm gonna open the door now. Door opens. There's a magnet right there, something like a magnet that you put there. Boom, it latches. You can enter. I already moved a couple of things in here. I mean, some of the things that I really like, or some of the things that I really want to keep, and those are, see that, ginger. There's ginger right there, ginger right there. This is parsley. This is parsley right here. So I move this in. One of my favorites, parsley. And then these are greens. I'm going to transplant these. I didn't plant them. These are just seeds I sprouted, but I'm going to transplant all of them as soon as I get enough time. And this is the Nigerian garden egg. I'm actually going to do another video of this. We already have a video of this, the ones we planted last year. This year we have tons of it. We have so much of this stuff. We've been eating this like every day. Now I intend to continue eating it as long as I can, as much as we can keep them from dying off. And so that is the reason why I brought in a good, there's 3 in this container. There's 3 of them in this container. There's how many? There's 3 in this container. 1, 2. There's actually 4 in this container. 2 of them are the green ones. See the green ones right here? See that? That's the green one right here. Green one. So many of them here. We're not actually eating this fast enough. And so I have those. Then I have another one here. One here. There's one there. And all of them have lots of fruits. See them right there? But then there's also another one right there. There's also another green one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 9 of them here. And I think I have room to bring in a couple more, because I still have some more outside. At least bring in about 4 or 5 more. Then I also brought in one of my lemongrasses. The other, I have 2 of them. The other one, I'll probably find a way to send it into my dining inside the house. But how I'll be able to do that to make sure it doesn't come with some ants and stuff is the next task I have to work on. And then I have one of probably my favorite of all favorites, which is this stuff right here. It's called, in Chow, they call it scent leaves. You can see that it's called scent leaves. I don't know, it has no equivalent in English to my knowledge. It's a herb. It's herb. It is very popular in West Africa. We use it in cooking what we call pepper soup. We use it in cooking everything, rice, whatever, jollof rice, mention them. And it's very good. You can also eat it raw, as I'm going to do right now. Does look like it has a little bitterness, but it's it has a lot of flavor. The aroma is kind of strong. So I lost most of the ones I had over the past 3 years, but now I was able to get them. And one of my main reasons of bringing this inside is because of what you're looking at. I want to get the seeds, so next year I'll be able to have a lot of them. That's what you're looking at right here. I still have 4 more plants of this somewhere else. And then I brought in my figs. These are all figs, see? I have 3 fig plants in here, and look at them. Look at the fig. Look at it, see that? We've been eating them. I have about 4 more outside, which we've been eating. Oh, guys, you need to eat this though, because this is really, really tasty. Very, very tasty. You know, so this particular one I planted this year. Yes, I bought this year from Lowe's and I planted it. I'm actually surprised we are getting fruits, you know, this year on this. Look at that. It has 2 fruits right now. This one doesn't have any fruit yet. This is also from this year. And this one, even though I would say it's from this year, it's actually from last year. I cut this one from the fig I had already had from last year, and I was able to culture it, develop the stem, got the stem to germinate and then to grow. And then that's what I planted in this container. These are self-wicking containers that I constructed. So this is actually a self-wicking container. It contains water. There's about 20% of it is water, and then you have compost on top. And look at how healthy the figs are. Look at all the fruits. Look at them. Look at that. And the other one. Look at that. So I have these 3 figs in here. I do have a little room here. You can see that. So I'm going to bring some bitter leaves and a couple of other stuff as time goes on. That's the window on the greenhouse. So it has this window. You want to open it, it's actually easy. You twist this, and you pull it open. Yeah, you twist this, and it has to snap. So this snaps in. I believe this snaps in like this, and then it opens. Yeah, so it opens like this, and then you lock this stuff. Oh wow, just brought in a burst of some cool air. Yeah, so you lock it to the size that you want. The air is coming in, you know, but the plants actually do love a lot of the heat that you get in there. It's just that you have to keep giving them water, and then that's it. But so this is the Palram greenhouse that we started. You know, wanted to show you guys how it looks when it's completed, and it's nice. It's nice. We'll see how well it will hold during winter. Today is September 11th, 2021. So we're gonna see how well this holds during winter. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.